So it's got a little blurb on the back. It says, eat your vegetables before they eat you. Do you like vegetables, Ashton? You were good at eating broccoli and stuff, aren't you? Yeah.
Carrots.
And carrots. Yeah, you eat your vegetables. So what do we see on the cover here? What do we see?
Green beans.
What's different about those green beans?
They're alive.
They look like they're alive, so this looks like it's going to be yeah, something different. Hey friends, welcome back to my house. I've got my nephew Ashton with me today. He's been off practicing his baseball and getting ready for this next week's games. And he's come back to pick up his little brother and visit with me. And I said, what a great time for Ashton and I to grab a book and let's read. So the story I'm going to read to you today with Ashton that we're going to share with you was donated to me by a sweet friend of mine at school. His name is Messiah, and so I want to say hey first to Messiah. He donated this book to me a while back for my classroom library, and he and I were looking at it again recently in one of my class friends, and we thought, that is so funny. I've got to share this with all of you out there that join me at my house to read books. So this book is called How Martha Saved Her Parents from Green Beans, and it's by David LaRochelle, and it's illustrated by Mark Fearing. We're going to share it with you. You ready, Ashton?
Yeah.
All right. So it's got a little blurb on the back. It says, eat your vegetables before they eat you. Do you like vegetables, Ashton? You were good at eating broccoli and stuff, aren't you? Yeah.
Carrots.
And carrots. Yeah, you eat your vegetables. So what do we see on the cover here? What do we see?
Green beans.
What's different about those green beans?
They're alive.
They look like they're alive, so this looks like it's going to be yeah, something different, isn't it? That's right. All right, so let's dive right in. You ready? Here we go. How Martha Saved Her Parents from Green Beans.
3.1?
It's a 3.1. So you could probably do a quiz. You're about there, aren't you?
No, I can't.
Not yet? You will soon. You're so close to being there. Every Tuesday evening, Martha's family had green beans for dinner. She doesn't look very happy about it, though. Every Tuesday night, Martha was left alone at the table, staring at a plate of green beans that she wouldn't eat. Do you ever do that? No, good boy, because you eat your green beans well.
Before they attack me.
That's right. Good for you. Green beans are good for you, said her mother. Green beans will make you big and strong, said her father. They are both wrong, thought Martha. Green beans are bad, very bad. But even Martha did not know how bad green beans could be. Not until the day that a gang of mean green beans swaggered into town. These beans had black, beady eyes. Do you see their eyes?
Yeah.
How they're all glaring at you. And long, curly mustaches. They wore tall cowboy boots and sharp, pointy boots. They chased old ladies up and down the street. They threw rotten tomatoes at the teachers. I'm a teacher. I wouldn't want someone to throw a tomato at me. You'd help me out, wouldn't you, bud? Mm-hmm. They stormed into restaurants and tossed the cooks into garbage cans. Anyone who ever had said, "Eat your green beans," was in big, big trouble. Oh, my. Martha's parents were reading in the den when the green beans barged into the house. The bad beans jumped on top of the furniture. They tied her parents with long, leafy vines. They whooped and hollered and made rude noises. Oh, no. That's a good sound effect. Martha was in the kitchen staring at a plate of cold beans. When she heard the ruckus, she ran into the den. It was empty. The front door was open and a note was tacked to the wall. What to say?
We have taking your parents, the bee.
Oh no, they've taken her
see
parents.
them right there, the vine.
Yep.
They're them.
There they are. They're taking them away.
And the dog is like, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? That dog, he's not really helping out very much, so I think he's afraid too. Not like our neighbor dogs here that bark at everything. And our dogs bark at everything too.
They're like,
no, look at her face. She doesn't look like she's scared, does she? She says, no more parents meant no more nagging to clean up her room. No more parents meant no more going to bed when she wasn't sleepy. Look, she's giggling. And no more parents meant no more green. And no more parents meant no more green beans for dinner ever. Hooray! Shouted Martha. Would you feel like that if something took your parents away? No, of course not. This is a made-up story, though, right? Yeah.
Green beans are not alive.
That's right.
They're
That's
just
right.
like this
That's
all the
right.
time.
That's right. She threw her plate of cold green beans right out the window. Then she grabbed a box of cookies and settled on the couch to watch her favorite movies long past her bedtime. Oh, what do you think's going to happen? She's eating a lot of junk. Oh, she might throw up, and she's not going to bed early like she should either. That's not good. Martha was happy. Oh my goodness, look at the mess she's making. But there it is, not really. She missed her parents and wanted them back. Oh, I'm relieved, aren't you, Ashton? I hated to think any child wouldn't miss their parents.
Look.
I know. By morning, she knew what she had to do. She marched out of the house and followed a trail of leaves that led her to a cave. Outside the cave, she saw her mother and father tied to a rock. They were surrounded by hundreds of green beans, laughing and dancing and singing off key. Do you know what it means to sing off key?
Yeah.
Well, when you sing off key, you don't sing nicely. It kind of sounds bad.
We trapped their mother and father. We trapped their mother and father.
Yeah, that's probably what they're saying. They look like that's what they're saying, doesn't it? Give me back my parents, shouted Martha. The beans did not even look at her. Untie them right now. The beans only snickered. Can you do a snicker with me? That's what they were doing. Let my parents go, or I will, or you will. What? Said the beans. Look at his face. He's so serious, but so is she. Look at the dog. Or I will
Now,
eat
if
you.
you flip it back,
Yeah?
the dog's like,
Yeah, a little bit right there, right?
yeah.
Or I will eat you, said Martha. Some of them looked concerned.
Like someone goes,
Mm-hmm. The air grew cold. The singing and dancing stopped. The leader of the beans stepped forward and spat on the ground. You will not eat us, he said with an evil sneer. You have never eaten a green bean in your life. He took a step closer to Martha, then another, and another. With every step, the bean seemed to grow larger. He climbed onto a rock and looked Martha in the eyes. You are too much of a coward to eat a green bean. Martha's legs felt like melting butter. That's a simile. Did you hear that? What does that mean that her legs felt like melting butter?
shaking
They could have been shaking. Maybe like they're going to fall out from underneath her.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. That's good. She wanted to run home and hide beneath her bed, but she pinched her nose, opened her mouth, and swallowed that bean in one big gulp. The other beans gasped. That's good. Good gasp. Martha ate those beans too. When she untied her parents, they hugged her and kissed her and told her that she was very brave. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Look who's eating those beans now. The dog is eating the beans.
Crunch.
Oh my goodness. From that day on, Martha's family never had green beans for dinner again. Instead, they had broccoli or corn on the cob or a nice leafy salad. Everyone knows that there is nothing bad about a nice leafy salad. The end. Oh no.
No.
She just thought there was nothing bad about a leafy salad, but what do we see?
They're awake. They're alive now.
They might be alive too. Well, that story was really fun, wasn't it? It's a lot of make-believe stuff because green beans don't come to life and leaves don't come to life, do they? But we should eat our vegetables because they are good for us, right? Right. So we learned a good lesson today. Yep, they make you good and strong so you can play baseball and stuff like Ashton does and his little brother Ethan.
Yeah.
Very good. So we need to eat our beans, and when it's time, do what our moms and dads say. And it's great to be able to look at a fun story like this. And Messiah, thank you so much for sharing this book with me. And I love that I got to share it with everyone else because of your generosity. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, friends. We had a really good time visiting with you. I hope you'll come again soon. We'll see you again soon, all right? Bye. Hey friends, I hope you liked our story today. You can find most of my stories at your local school and public libraries or book fairs. I hope you're all visiting them often. Be sure to check out the Auntie Faith channel for more exciting stories and more stories to come. Remember, the best way to be an amazing reader is to read more. So grab your families and read together. See you again soon. Bye for now.